What is a computer virus, actually? The origin of malware. Once a laughing matter, computer viruses are now a damaging and costly plague on our internet-connected world. More than 350,000 new pieces of malware are discovered every day, with an annual cost of over $55 billion. So, what is a computer virus? Mathematician John von Neumann in the late 1940s speculated that it would be possible for a mechanical organism such as a piece of computer code to damage machines, copy itself and infect new hosts, just like a biological virus. Early on, viruses had varied utilities and were engineered mostly by people in computer science industries. College students created viruses for research projects in order to help further their studies and fine-tune their coding skills. In addition to research, those students would also construct code to play practical jokes on their classmates. There are types of people who create computer viruses and the motivation that drives them. Hobbyists tend to be experienced programmers who produce code to push the limits to see what can be achieved, but who don't make it a full-time activity. They find coding intellectually challenging and often enjoy a good competition with fellow hobbyists. Script kiddies are individuals who will often hijack scripts and code created by other coders. They modify and use these scripts to attack and infect as many machines as possible. While not very experienced, they're just looking to cause mischief, vandalism and chaos. Cybercriminals are in it for the money. They use spyware, ransomware, Trojans, any means necessary to try to gain financial information from the target. Where script kiddies try to make noise in order to gain attention, cybercriminals prefer stealth. So their programs can run undetected for as long as possible. The Creeper Program. As noted by Discovery, the Creeper program, often regarded as the first virus, was created in 1971 by Bob Thomas of BBN. Creeper was actually designed as a security test to see if a self-replicating program was possible. It was, sort of. With each new hard drive infected, Creeper would try to remove itself from the previous host. Creeper had no malicious intent and only displayed a simple message: "I'm the Creeper. Catch me if you can." In January of 1986, the first virus written for Windows-based PCs was born. Known simply as Brain, it was written by two brothers, Basit and Umjad Farooq Alvi, who were only 17 and 24 years old at the time. The brothers had created a heart monitoring program. And it had come to their attention that pirates were distributing the software without the brothers' permission. Brain was developed as a way to try to regulate and protect the software they created. If illegally copied versions of the software were installed on a computer, the virus would also copy itself onto the machine. The user of the pirated software received an embedded message stating that his or her computer was infected with a virus and that the user would need to contact the brothers immediately for inoculation. Once the outbreak reached its peak, the brothers became inundated with phone calls from all over the world, demanding that machines be disinfected. There was never any legal action taken against the brothers, however. The media went crazy. Today, the brothers own BrainNet, which is Pakistan's largest ISP. Brain motivated the technicians at IBM to create the first antivirus software for the general consumer in 1987. The first Trojan was developed by computer programmer John Walker in 1975. At the time, animal programs, which try to guess which animal the user is thinking of with a game of 20 questions, were extremely popular. The version Walker created was in high demand. And sending it to his friends meant making and transmitting magnetic tapes. To make things easier, Walker created Pervade, which installed itself along with Animal. While playing the game, Pervade examined all computer directories available to the user and then made a copy of Animal in any directories where it wasn't already present. There was no malicious intent here. But Animal and Pervade fit the definition of a Trojan. Hiding inside Animal was another program that carried out actions without the user's approval. The introduction of reliable, Speedy broadband networks early in the 21st century changed the way malware was transmitted. Malware was now able to spread very quickly via email, via popular websites, or even directly over the internet. One of the most serious epidemics of this new era was the love letter, which appeared on May 4, 2000. It was simple and straightforward, and since users hadn't learned to be suspicious of unsolicited emails, it worked. The subject line was, "I love you," and each email contained an attachment, "Love letter for utxt.vbs." The I Love You creator, Onel de Guzman, designed his worm to overwrite existing files and replace them with copies of itself, which were then used to spread the worm to all the victims' email contacts. Since the message often came to new victims from someone familiar, they were more likely to open it, making I Love You a proof of concept for the effectiveness of social engineering. In 2013, the CryptoLocker emerged. It is a Trojan horse that infects computer and then searches for files to encrypt. Mostly disguised as an email attachment, and the program encrypts targeted files, in turn blocking users from accessing them. The CryptoLocker virus will display warning screens indicating that your data will be destroyed if you do not pay a ransom to obtain the private key. If payment was not received by the established deadline, the key would be deleted, leaving the target without access to their data forever. Worms, Trojans, and viruses are evolving. Hackers are motivated and clever, always willing to push the boundaries of connection and code to devise new infection methods. The newly discovered malware is hard to detect, difficult to remove, and bypasses all known defenses. Nothing is certain. Change is the lifeblood of both attack and defense.